Life after 75 can be filled with joy, laughter, and meaningful moments. But did you know that almost every senior who passes away at this stage of life is affected by just 5 key factors? These aren't just numbers on a chart. They're real challenges that impact millions of older adults every year. And here's the reality. Many of these risks can be reduced, or even prevented, with the right steps. If you or a loved one is in your golden years, understanding these 5 factors could mean the difference between thriving well into your 80s and 90s or facing serious health complications that could cut life short. Now, we all know that aging brings changes. Some of them are expected, like slower movement, a few more wrinkles, or taking longer to recover from a cold. But others sneak up silently, affecting the heart, lungs, brain, and even the way we move. And if we're not careful, they can become life-threatening. That's exactly why this video is so important. Today, we're breaking down the 5 biggest causes of senior deaths after 75, what they are, why they're so dangerous, and, most importantly, what you can do right now to stay ahead of them. Stick with us, because the last factor is one that's often overlooked, yet it can have the biggest impact on your ability to live a longer, healthier life. Now, before we begin, let's take a moment to connect. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is dedicated to helping you stay strong, sharp, and independent as you age. And trust me, you don't want to miss the practical tips and life-changing insights we share every week. Also, we'd love to hear from you. What's one healthy habit you've been working on lately? Maybe you've started walking more, eating better, or practicing mindfulness. Drop a comment below and let's inspire each other to make positive changes. Alright, let's get started. Here's what you need to know about the biggest risks seniors face, and how to stay ahead of them. Factor number 1. Cardiovascular disease, the silent killer. Heart disease doesn't always announce itself with clear warning signs. In fact, many people don't realize their heart is in trouble until it's too late. That's why it's the leading cause of death worldwide, particularly for seniors. As we age, our arteries become less flexible, and years of lifestyle choices, both good and bad, start to catch up with us. High blood pressure, cholesterol buildup, and reduced circulation can silently damage the heart over time. Then, one day, a heart attack or stroke occurs, often without much warning. But here's something to think about. How much of this is really inevitable? Let's take 2 people, both 76 years old. One has made a habit of taking a daily 30-minute walk, choosing heart-healthy meals, and keeping up with doctor visits. The other prefers the couch, frequently indulges in processed foods, and hasn't had a checkup in years. Now, ask yourself, who is more likely to make it to 90? The reality is, our daily choices shape our future. The heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it needs regular movement to stay strong. A simple walk each day can improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of heart disease. It doesn't have to be strenuous, just consistent. And let's talk about food. What we put on our plates plays a major role in heart health. A diet rich in healthy fats from sources like olive oil, nuts, and avocados, combined with whole grains, lean proteins, and plenty of vegetables, can lower cholesterol and keep arteries clear. This is the foundation of the Mediterranean diet, which has been shown to significantly reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Regular doctor visits also make a huge difference. Many seniors develop high blood pressure or cholesterol levels without realizing it, because these conditions often don't cause noticeable symptoms. That's why routine checkups and sticking to prescribed medications are critical in keeping heart disease under control. And let's not forget about stress. Long-term stress releases hormones that increase blood pressure and inflammation, putting extra strain on the heart. Simple relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even listening to calming music can help manage stress and keep the heart steady. Small changes add up. Taking control of heart health today can lead to many more years of active, independent living. Factor number 2. Respiratory illness, the hidden danger. Breathing. It's something we do without thinking, yet it's one of the most critical functions keeping us alive. And as we age, our lungs don't work as efficiently as they once did. What many don't realize is that respiratory diseases are among the leading causes of death for seniors, often creeping in unnoticed until they become serious. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD, along with pneumonia and other infections, can turn minor breathing issues into life-threatening conditions. For many older adults, years of exposure to smoking, air pollution, or simply a lack of physical activity have weakened lung function, making it harder for the body to fight off illness. Think of Mary, a 78-year-old who always seemed to catch colds that lingered far too long. Over time, her colds started turning into pneumonia, leaving her hospitalized more than once. She felt exhausted just walking across the room, and the idea of going outside for a walk felt impossible. But instead of accepting this as her new reality, Mary took action. She began practicing daily breathing exercises, making small but consistent improvements in her lung strength. She also started eating more antioxidant-rich foods, which reduced inflammation in her airways. A year later, her lung function had improved so much that she could take daily walks without gasping for air. Her story is a reminder that lung health is not just about avoiding illness, it's about maintaining independence and quality of life. So, what can you do to protect your lungs? First, if you smoke, stopping is the single best thing you can do. Even if you've smoked for decades, quitting now can still improve your lung function and add years to your life. And it's not just about your own smoking. Secondhand smoke can be just as harmful, so it's important to stay away from environments where exposure is high. Next, breathing exercises can make a remarkable difference. Techniques like pursed lip breathing or diaphragmatic breathing help strengthen the lungs, improve oxygen flow, and make everyday activities easier. Singing or playing a wind instrument can also naturally expand lung capacity, keeping them working at their best. Vaccinations are another essential step. Flu season hits seniors the hardest, and pneumonia is a common complication that can be deadly. Getting an annual flu shot and a pneumonia vaccine significantly lowers the risk of severe infections. Air quality matters, too. Using an air purifier at home can help reduce exposure to dust, allergens, and pollutants that irritate the lungs. Even simple habits like keeping windows closed on high pollution days or adding indoor plants that naturally filter the air can make a difference. The bottom line? Your lungs are the foundation of your body's energy. When they're strong, everything else becomes easier. Walking, talking, and even sleeping improves when your lungs are functioning well. Taking care of them now ensures they'll take care of you for years to come. Factor number 3. Falls and bone health, the leading cause of injury-related deaths. A single fall can change everything. It's one of the biggest threats to senior independence, yet many people don't take fall prevention seriously until it's too late. The truth is, 1 in 3 adults over 65 falls each year, and the consequences can be devastating. Broken bones, hospital stays, long recovery periods, and in some cases, a fall can mark the beginning of a rapid decline in health. Consider James, an 80-year-old who lived alone. One evening, he slipped in his bathroom, fracturing his hip. The surgery went well, but the recovery was tough. His mobility declined, and with it, his independence. The once active man who used to take morning walks now struggled to get out of bed. His friend Susan, on the other hand, was just a year younger but had taken proactive steps. She did simple balance exercises every day, strengthened her legs with light weight training, and made a few adjustments in her home, installing grab bars in key areas, improving lighting, and removing loose rugs. The difference? Susan avoided a fall that could have changed her life. The good news is, preventing falls isn't complicated. It starts with movement. Strength and balance exercises, like Tai Chi, yoga, or even standing on one leg for a few seconds at a time, help improve stability. Stronger muscles mean better control, making falls far less likely. Your environment matters just as much. Many homes are full of hidden hazards, loose rugs, poor lighting, cluttered walkways. Making small modifications can significantly reduce the risk. Grab bars in the bathroom, non-slip mats, motion-activated nightlights, and sturdy handrails on stairs are simple changes that make a big difference. Nutrition also plays a crucial role in keeping bones strong. Calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium work together to maintain bone density, reducing the risk of fractures. Dairy products, leafy greens, almonds, and fortified cereals are great sources. For many seniors, a vitamin D supplement is necessary, especially if sun exposure is limited. Aging doesn't have to mean losing mobility. By keeping muscles strong, creating a safe home, and nourishing bones with the right nutrients, falls don't have to be a looming threat. The stronger your body is today, the more freedom and independence you'll have in the years to come. Factor number 4. Cognitive decline, the brain's silent battle. The mind is just like the body. If we don't use it, we lose it. Yet, cognitive decline often sneaks up unnoticed, affecting memory, decision-making, and independence. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease are on the rise, and for many families, watching a loved one's mind fade is just as heartbreaking as any physical illness. Not all memory loss is inevitable. Some people remain sharp well into their 90s, while others start struggling in their 70s. Why? Daily habits play a major role. Take Tom and Bill, two lifelong friends. Tom spends his mornings reading, learning new things, and having lively conversations with family and friends. Bill, on the other hand, prefers solitude, spending his days in front of the TV with little mental stimulation. Over the years, their paths diverge. Tom's mind stays sharp, while Bill begins forgetting appointments, struggling with basic tasks, and feeling increasingly confused. This isn't just a coincidence. Studies show that the brain thrives on challenge and engagement. Reading, solving puzzles, and learning new skills, whether it's playing an instrument or picking up a new hobby, help create new neural connections that keep the mind strong. But brain health isn't just about mental exercises. What we eat directly affects cognitive function. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids from fish, nuts, and seeds, combined with antioxidant-packed fruits and vegetables, fights inflammation and protects brain cells from damage. The Mediterranean diet, which emphasizes these nutrients, has been linked to lower rates of dementia. Staying socially active is another powerful way to keep the mind engaged. Meaningful conversations, social outings, and even volunteering can reduce the risk of cognitive decline. Isolation, on the other hand, has been linked to faster memory loss and a higher likelihood of developing dementia. The brain is a muscle, one that needs regular exercise to stay strong. Whether it's reading, learning, or simply staying connected with others, keeping the mind active is one of the best ways to ensure sharp thinking and independence for years to come. Factor number 5. Chronic inflammation, the root cause of aging and disease. Inflammation, your body's silent enemy. While it's a natural response to injury or infection, chronic inflammation is a different story. It quietly wears down the body over time, contributing to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. For many seniors, this underlying issue goes unnoticed, dismissed as just part of aging. But it doesn't have to be. Margaret, 82, knows this firsthand. A few years ago, she struggled with constant joint pain, fatigue, and digestive issues. Every morning, her stiff fingers made it difficult to even hold a coffee cup. She assumed it was just her age catching up with her, until she made one key change. She started eliminating processed foods, replacing them with fresh, whole foods that fight inflammation. Within months, the pain eased, her energy returned, and she felt years younger. The good news is that inflammation isn't inevitable. The first step? Changing what's on your plate. Processed foods loaded with sugar, trans fats, and refined carbs fuel inflammation, while whole foods, like leafy greens, berries, nuts, and turmeric, help fight it. The Mediterranean diet, rich in omega-3s from fish and olive oil, has been shown to significantly lower inflammation levels. But diet alone isn't enough. Sleep plays a major role, too. When we don't get at least 7 hours of quality rest, our bodies enter a state of stress, increasing inflammation. Prioritizing good sleep habits, like keeping a consistent bedtime, avoiding screens before bed, and creating a relaxing nighttime routine, can make a huge difference. And then there's stress. Chronic worry triggers an inflammatory response in the body, accelerating aging and disease. Simple stress-reducing practices, like deep breathing, mindfulness, and gratitude, have been shown to lower inflammation and improve overall well-being. Even something as simple as daily laughter or spending time with loved ones can have a profound effect. The truth is, inflammation is at the root of most age-related diseases. But by making a few simple lifestyle changes, you can slow down the aging process, reduce pain, and add healthy, vibrant years to your life. Living well into your 80s and 90s isn't just about luck. It's about the choices we make every day. Let's take a moment to recap the 5 biggest factors that determine longevity and what you can do to protect yourself. First, your heart. It's your body's engine, and keeping it strong means daily movement, heart-healthy foods, and regular checkups. Even a simple 30-minute walk can work wonders. Next, your lungs. Breathing easy isn't just about avoiding illness, it's about keeping your airways open and strong. Deep breathing exercises, avoiding pollutants, and staying up to date on vaccinations can help prevent respiratory issues. Then, there's fall prevention. A single fall can change everything, but it doesn't have to. Strengthening your legs, improving your balance, and making small adjustments to your home can help you stay independent for years to come. Your brain health is just as important as your body. Keep your mind sharp by reading, learning, and staying socially connected. The more you engage your brain, the better it will serve you as you age. And finally, inflammation, the hidden culprit behind many chronic diseases. By eating anti-inflammatory foods, getting enough sleep, and managing stress, you can slow aging from the inside out. The best part? You don't have to make big changes overnight. Small, consistent steps lead to incredible results. Every healthy choice you make today adds up to more years of strength, independence, and happiness. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these 5 factors are you focusing on right now? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who could benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an important health tip. Let's stay strong, sharp, and independent together.